We've all seen it in the news. Someone defends themselves or their loved ones only to find themselves fighting a legal battle that can cost everything. Mortgage payments, retirement savings, even their kids' college funds, gone, just to prove they did nothing wrong. That's why Firearms Legal Protection, the official sponsor of Every Citizen Armed, exists. For as little as 33 cents a day, FLP gives you unlimited legal defense for criminal and civil cases. No caps, no hidden fees, no surprise bills. If you have to defend yourself, FLP will handle the legal battle so you can focus on what matters: your family, your future, your freedom. We insure our homes, cars, and health. Why wouldn't we protect ourselves legally when it matters most? Go to firearmslegal.com, choose your plan, and use promo code ECA at checkout for exclusive pricing. No setup fee and a locked-in lifetime rate. Protect yourself today, and Firearms Legal Protection will have your back when it matters most.
Every Citizen Armed ensures that every American patriot is prepped with knowledge, perspective, and firepower.
He counted on America to be passive. He counted wrong.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
All right, welcome to the next episode of Every Citizen Armed. Today, we actually have a pretty cool guest. Today, we have Ray Martinez. We're going to let you talk about what you do, what you've done, but I tell you, you've got some pretty cool stories. I was impressed with them. I think everybody here is really going to like them. So,
well, I hope so.
So, Ray's got a great history. I'll let him do most of the talking on that. Let's get into basically first talk about, tell us your company, who you are.
Well, I'm Ray Martinez, owner and founder of Martinez Martinez LLC, Challenge Coins and more. I founded the company in 2020, and in 2022 really established it as a full-time company, and we do pretty much everything. If you name it, from challenge coins to lapel pins to poker cards now is one of the newest products, to providing some beautiful pieces of handheld art.
Yeah, these really are, and I think we're going to have some pictures of these in the show notes. I want everybody to take a chance to take a look at these and see what it is. And you have a pretty good backstory also. We know you're law enforcement here, part of in Kern County. So is that what really got you into this to start with? But how did you get into law enforcement? Let's start with that first.
Well, it all started with. Let me go back a couple steps. My military career.
That's right. Yeah. I skipped right over that. You were in the Army.
No problem. Yep. So I joined a law enforcement department here in the county of Kern in 2004, and been there ever since, and currently still serving the community in that aspect. But then during the time, which kind of branches out why I started the company, I was trying to create a challenge coin for the law enforcement department that I was part of.
Help folks understand. People hear this challenge coin a lot. They'll say, a lot of folks in the know talk about it. What is the history of a challenge coin, and what does a challenge coin really mean?
Sure. So the history behind a challenge coin all stems from World War II, and many different units in theater had a special medallion or a special coin with them that represented their specific unit they were a part of. And when they would go and complete missions across enemy lines, and they would complete their mission and come back, they would be challenged and say, "Hey, let me see your coin." And if you had your coin, you weren't an enemy spy. And during that time, in country, in Europe, the challenge coin, you can say, them challenge each other in the bars. Hey, they throw down their coin, and it's like, "Hey, no, my coin is better than yours."
Right.
And whoever's coin was better, they're the ones that got the drinks for free. That's the little history behind it. Now, in regards to today's, regarding the challenge coin, it's really a commemorative piece that represents either your agency or your military unit, or maybe for a nonprofit or a business. It's really branched out since World War II.
Okay, all right, because I actually had that question come up the other day. I was telling my wife we were going to sit down and talk. She said, Well, the world's a challenge coin. Yeah. I said, realistically, if you carry one of Ray's coins, you're never going to buy a drink. That's the way I look.
Definitely.
Especially some of these new ones we're going to cover today.
Oh, yeah.
There's one of those in there. If you have that in your pocket, you're not buying drinks.
Oh, yeah, especially the presidential one. That definitely will. You will not buy a drink for a very long time.
Exactly. So, but now you were in the Army. You were in from what, 2000 to 2003 or two?
Yeah. So I'm currently still serving, no longer in the active Army full-time capacity. Right. I'm out now in the Army Reserves.
Okay.
So my active duty time was from 2001 to 2004, and then jumping into my law enforcement career right after. And since I believe 2008 and 9, I decided to continue my military service, and I joined the Army Reserves, and that's where I'm currently still serving as a part-time reservist.
Were you part of the group that after 9/11 decided they needed to join, or were you joining prior to 9/11?
That's very, very interesting. So I decided to join the military before September 11th.
Okay.
And when I had my ship date to go to Army basic training in Fort Benning, Georgia, September 11th happened. And I've already signed on the dotted line. It was too late. Uncle Sam, I was going. So
they said, let's go.
Yeah. And it was very interesting when I got to my active duty unit. They were already ramped up, and they pretty much told me, I hope you paid attention in boot camp because we're going to be deploying. And sure enough, I was deploying. And
how long between the time you were in boot camp, when you first started boot camp, to the time you actually deployed? What was the time frame on that?
Less than a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were in country within a year.
Oh, yeah.
Now, see that's moving.
Oh, big time.
A 19-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you had some pretty big eyes.
I grew up very fast.
Yeah.
Very fast. Obviously, and when I was there in country in 2002 and 2003, I mean, the Twin Towers in New York were still on fire. They were still smoking. So it was definitely a lot of combat operations to find these terrorist cells that were there in Afghanistan. And so it was definitely an experience I'll never forget.
No, I had some good friends that came back from there. One young man that I always think about him, actually, he came back and he needed some adjustment time.
Yeah.
And he actually lived with us for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, moved into our house for a little while. Great young man. And it took him a good 6-8 months.
Oh, I bet.
To really come through.
I think what helped me was, I come back from my active duty time, and there was no lag time to kind of think about the things that occurred in country. Mm-hmm. It was more like, I'm back home. Let's continue working. Let's apply for these law enforcement agencies. I was able to attend, the law enforcement academy, and then it never gave me time to stew on some of the bad memories from over there.
Well, and I think in law enforcement, you're seeing stuff on a daily basis.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We've actually had quite a few folks on here that talk about that. How, there's a lot of PTS coming back from Afghanistan, but what you guys have to deal with in law enforcement in any city or county on a daily basis, you're seeing it every day.
Oh, of course, you can write a 1,000-page book on some of the stuff that I've experienced in my 20 years in law enforcement. And the majority, it's not pretty, and it's not meant for normal people to see, but sometimes you have to deal with it because you have to serve the community. And so, it can be tough. It can definitely be tough.
Well, I think you guys need to all get a little more appreciation for what you're doing out there. I tell you, I certainly do. I never served, and I obviously was not in law enforcement. My son was, and I look at what you guys have done. I think it's impressive as could be, and it should be commended. And I know it hasn't been the best in the past few years, but in this county, it seems to be a little better than some.
Of course, this county honors their veterans and honors their law enforcement and first responders. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. So now you've been in law enforcement now for many years. You're still in the reserves, but now you jump into this.
Yes.
And the folks will see these pictures. What I'm looking at is pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah.
The work here is beyond impressive.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I mean, that's, it's when you started doing this in the very beginning, started doing these coins. When was that?
I can say back in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah. So the interesting story how I started the company and kind of told myself, you know what, I can do this. So back in 2020, when I was part of a specialized unit at the department that I'm currently working at, they wanted to create a challenge coin for the unit. It's never been done.
Right.
So then I started to do research on what companies does coins and so on and so forth. Oh, I reached out to a company, and let's just say that the experience was horrible. Oh, I'm telling you, from not responding to emails, not responding to phone calls. I mean, just poor customer service, and the quality and the end product was not up to the standard that I wanted, and not the standard where I wanted to represent the unit I was part of. So then, having a master's degree in business administration, I told myself, I can do better than the people that I was dealing with who did my coin, just in customer service alone.
Right.
So then I doing more research, finding out what kind of machinery can make the coins, so on and so forth. And it was a lot of trial and error. And look at us now. We're making coins and all kinds of different products for many of my clients.
When you first started, what was your? I imagine you had to toss quite a few.
I tell
Trial
you what,
and error.
I tell you what, if you want to see pancakes that are coins, I got plenty of them that are just sitting in boxes. It was definitely a very challenging time, to the point where I was close to giving up my first year of the company. I told myself, these coins they look like crap,
Yeah.
to be straight up, and there's no one will not want to buy these or go with our company. But trial and error, continuing on, and to the point where now we're making some very beautiful pieces.
Yeah, that's one of the things we'll talk about here is, and the folks will see it in the notes, you make the official coin for President Trump.
I do. I'm very fortunate to be the coin maker for the President of the United States. There's one missing from the pile, but the three main ones are here. So the very first one is the Victory coin, and there's an interesting story behind that coin. When I started the company, it wasn't about making coins for him. It was to start a business and start a company and so on and so forth. And at the time, President Trump was going through his campaigning, so on and so forth. And when he became the president of the United States and started to make these big changes, which was benefiting everyone, I told myself, I'm going to design a coin just to give to him as a thank you for what he's done. The guy's a billionaire. He didn't have to jump into the realm of politics,
Right.
but he did. And so as a thank you, I designed that coin. And for approximately a year, just to get that coin to him, I would meet different politicians or different people in that realm. And I would give them a coin, and then I would give them an extra coin and say, hey, if you meet anyone or see anybody from his administration, this is from us at our company here in Bakersfield as a thank you. And one thing led to another. And I believe wholeheartedly that California State Senator Shannon Grove was going to the RNC last year. I gave her a couple. She gives it to a Secret Service guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where the connection was made with myself and the president.
Perfect.
And that's how it happened.
So from the time you made it to the time it actually you think you got into his hands, how long was that?
A year.
A year. It was a full year
a whole year.
before he got one.
Yeah.
It's interesting. You started in 2020. So this was after the first presidency into the second.
Yeah.
Okay. So that he gets it. Shannon obviously takes it back there. She's done some pretty cool stuff for us.
We did her official coin also, and she's an amazing person.
I saw her coin.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Her riding a horse with the American flag.
Yes.
Oh, it's great.
That's a beautiful coin.
Oh, yeah.
As they all are, but that one jumps out at you also.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And you've done for quite a few other folks. Did you do one for Jeff Flores also?
Yeah. So I did one for Jeff Flores, or one of our board of supervisors
Yeah,
here.
he's been on here a couple times,
Yeah.
actually.
Has he presented or showed you his coin?
No, he didn't. Now we're going to have to talk because
Oh,
he
yeah.
comes and gets updates for us for our county every once in a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
He's another one doing some pretty nice stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. Next time you talk, say, hey, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
We would love to see your coin. But yeah, from him to Shannon, we've done. David Valadeo was our very first politician that we did his official coin. We did his, and then Vince Fong, we did his official coin, and it's definitely the word has spread, and I think also people knowing that, hey, Ray does the coin for the president. I want to go with him.
Sure.
And law enforcement background, a veteran. I mean, you can't go wrong.
You've kind of got that covered.
Yeah.
So in that, a year down the road, you get this phone call. You told me the story.
Oh yeah.
But to me, that's a pretty amazing story.
Yeah.
So why don't you kind of take us through that?
So it's an interesting story, and it's actually funny, and especially when I've met with the president and he's told me the story on how he attempted to find us. So the way it happened is when he did receive that coin, it took him a while to find out who was the person that made the coin. Well, according to him, he mentioned that they were looking for me for months and they couldn't find me, and they wanted to make more of these coins to the point where he told his staff, we can't find this guy who made this coin, put it out there in the realms. And he posted the coin on social media in December of last year, and pretty much the caption was, who made this coin? And it's the picture of the victory coin of that one right there. And that day I was at my kids' school event, and my phone was blowing up like no other. Phone calls, text messages. I thought we were being invaded. Something was happening.
How many dirty looks did you get from your wife as your phone keeps ringing?
Oh,
and you're looking at it.
tons. And she was like,
I've been there.
She's like, put it away. We're at this recital, and it's like, and I show her the messages, and she's like, what is going on? I don't know. I stepped outside of the classroom, started listening to a couple of the voicemails, and it was people from all over the country.
Oh, wow.
Hey, the president's looking for you. The president's looking for you. I'm like, okay, yeah, the president's looking for me. Oh, well, let me guess. You want my credit card too? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and then it was text messages from all these random numbers. Hey, the president's looking for you on social media. And I'm like, what is going on? Then I had a buddy of mine, a really close friend of mine, Mario Rojas. He called me. He's like, hey, man, look at this social media link that I'm going to send you. He sends the text, and it showed right there. True Social, the president and the coin, who made this. And pretty much a week later, I get a phone call from some random number. And this person tells me, hey, I'm so-and-so with President Trump's administration. He wants to meet you. And of course, like anybody else, we would be skeptical about it. Like, oh, okay, so let me guess, you want my social security number too,
Now, did they call with the 202 area code?
You know what?
Would that be your first?
I don't recall if it was a 202, but it was, I want to say it was a private number.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was blocked. It was private.
Would make you not want to answer in the
no,
first place.
Not at all. But then I heard the voicemail, and I was like, wait, what do I got to lose? So let me call. And one thing led to another, speaking with one of his main staff members. Then I started to get that feeling where this is legit. This is not a joke. And this is not someone that's trying to scam me. And one thing led to another. And it was a Tuesday afternoon phone call and then a Friday evening meeting with him at West Palm Beach at Mar-a-Lago.
How much did you sleep in those 4 days?
Yeah, less than 10 hours.
Yeah, I would imagine. That had to be, just make the hair on your neck stand up.
Big time. There was no way. I put my head down on the pillow, and it's like wide awake. Like, man, it almost felt like I was in trouble and I was getting ready to go see the principal the next day. That's exactly how it felt. And so, what a story to get a phone call like that after something that I designed
Right.
in the office of the home, and I still have the original drawing and
do you?
that I sketched.
I hope you frame that and put it in a shadow box
It
or
is.
something.
I would have to send you guys pictures of how the first prototype of that design,
Yeah.
and it's definitely it's quite a design. It's quite a piece when the coloring, the sketching, and for it to look like that now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to start.
Of course.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I bet in that plane ride from here to Florida, it's
Nerve-wracking.
how did you even sit still?
I couldn't. I had to walk down the aisles. My legs felt like I was a brand new baby giraffe. It was something else. And it's like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing wrong, but just the nervousness
Sure.
that I'm going to be meeting the president. And this one, and his staff told me, this is not a meet and greet, we're going to sign a hat kind of meeting. This is a business meeting with the boss. Have your portfolios ready, be ready to present, so on and so forth. Get ready. And so,
And this was pre-inauguration day.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was, the meeting with him was January 5th.
Okay.
Yeah. The day that Speaker Johnson was getting votes for the Speaker of the House.
Yeah, you got to add on a little bit of that if you can.
Yeah. We won't say too much, but,
Right, yeah.
but it is an interesting conversation. It is an interesting story.
Yeah. So you're flying back there, and you're going to go meet the president-elect,
Yeah.
former president. And that's just got to be so cool.
It's huge. And to be invited to his home, that's his home,
yeah.
that, and to go to a place where that's been all over the news in regards to the FBI raids, so on and so forth. And now I'm going to be there. Yeah. Talk about,
But it's only worth $18 million.
yeah, of course, right? They undervalued it. Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Oh no! I tell you what. When I was there is no way that it's worth $18 million. No. I mean, geez.
So you get there, you get checked in your hotel. Now you've got to go over to Mar-a-Lago.
Oh yeah.
To go in, to even get in probably wasn't the easiest thing.
Oh no, that place is Fort Knox.
Which it should be, obviously.
Of course. So the night before, I'm getting my suits ready, making sure I'm looking sharp.
Sure.
And I'm going over my portfolios, making sure I have everything, pretty much all my ducks in a row, because I don't want to get to the point where I don't know what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm stuttering. This is a businessman.
Yes.
He's a businessman. Yes, he's the president, but he started as a businessman, and I'm going to pitch my company to him.
You're going to pitch to the ultimate salesman.
Exactly. So obviously I take an Uber from my hotel at the Hilton in West Palm Beach, and I go over the drawbridge ferry.
No, you called an Uber. You hopefully ordered one of the black limousine Ubers, not a Prius. I can't imagine showing up with a Mar-a-Lago in a Prius.
You're gonna laugh. This Uber was actually those newer Ford Mustangs, but they don't look like a Mustang. It almost looks like a
the E Mustangs.
Yes.
Okay.
It was that. So it wasn't that bad. But it didn't matter what I drove in there.
Yeah.
They drop you off at a separate location, and then you kind of get put on a golf cart, and they bring you to the first set of security. I would say a security checkpoint.
Yeah.
So the Uber drops me off, and I'm carrying my briefcase with all my stuff, and it's obviously trying to look as best as possible, but you got to do some walking.
Right.
So I walk to the first checkpoint, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Hey, here's my ID," and so on and so forth. They check you on the roster. Oh, sure. And if you're not even on the roster, they won't even do security check on you. They're like, "No, get out of here," kind of thing. And I can imagine so many people try to pull that. So go through the security. They see that I'm on the list, go through all the protocols, making sure I got nothing I'm not supposed to have. Then they put you on a golf cart to the second security checkpoint. And right there, it's even more intrusive.
Sure.
It's almost like a mini little TSA kind of thing, X-rays, the whole 9 yards, and security everywhere, obviously. And then once I got passed through there, then you're being escorted by their staff into the living room of Mar-a-Lago. And I can tell you right now, The man lives like a sultan. It is a beautiful.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. I mean, I can put my house inside his living room. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. And I sat there in the living room waiting for my turn for the meeting.
Sure.
And man, it was funny. The meeting was supposed to be at 3:00. He was late, and his staff were so nice. They were so nice. They came up to me and they're like, "Hey, we're sorry. He's being late. He's got to get ready. He just finished golfing." And I'm like, "Hey, I'm on his time.
Yeah, we're good.
Do not worry. It's okay. I can wait here another couple hours. It's okay. No problem." And it got to the point where it's like, okay, he's going to be seeing you. So they escort me to a different area of Mar-A-Lago. It's his private bar, but he doesn't drink, but he does his meetings there.
Sure. Yeah.
So right then and there, his staff is like, "Hey, get your portfolios ready, get your displays ready so he can see what you're bringing," so on and so forth. And sure enough, we're there waiting, and I knew he was coming close to where I was at because his security team were ahead of him.
Start seeing things ramp up a little bit.
He's his security team is getting into certain positions. I knew that it was his security team. They had earpieces, so on and so forth. And there he comes. I see him walking down, and he walks into the bar area where I'm at, and I'm standing there next to all my products, and walks up to me. He's all, "How you doing, Sir Donald Trump?" And in my head, I'm like, "Of course I know who you are." And I'm like, "Sir, Ray Martinez, it's an honor to be invited to your home." And then he turns his attention to the coins, and he was like, wow. He was picking them up. He was loving what he was seeing.
Sure.
But the only problem we had that the bar was dimly lit. And
it's a bar.
Yeah, so it was hard for him to see. So you would laugh. He had a bunch of his staff members with their cell phones, with their flashlights.
Oh gosh.
He finally said, "We're not going to do this here. Let's move this display to the outside patio." And literally the table is about this size right here.
Okay.
So we go out there, we set up the display all over again. He takes off. Maybe 10, 15 minutes later, he's coming down the hallway again. And you won't believe who he's walking with.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. So I see him walking, and to his right is Charlie Kirk.
Wow.
They're both walking towards me, and they get ready to sit down, and the president tells Charlie, "Hey, Charlie, this is Ray," and I shake Charlie's hand. Awesome guy, really down to earth.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. And he's just a kind soul. And I'm a nobody. Think about it. I'm just some guy. I'm a no one.
Yeah.
The president could have easily said, "Hey, send one of my staff to meet this guy in California. Let's make a deal on this
Right.
coin." But no, he wanted me there.
Right.
And now I'm sitting at a table with the president on my left, Charlie Kirk on my right, and then the president's staff in front of me. And we're talking about all kinds of topics, from the coins to other things that I shouldn't have been at that table even listening to.
Imagine this. You defend yourself or a loved one, and instead of being seen as the good guy, you're arrested, charged, and forced to fight for your freedom. You know you did nothing wrong, but now you're looking at thousands in legal fees. We've seen it happen. Good people losing everything just to prove they acted lawfully. That's why you need firearms legal protection. For as little as 33 cents a day, FLP gives you unlimited legal defense for criminal and civil cases. No caps, no hidden fees, no payback, just real protection with experienced self-defense attorneys who have your back. Plus, you'll get 24/7 attorney access, red flag protection, and more. Go to firearmslegal.com, pick your plan, and use promo code ECA for exclusive pricing, no setup fee, and a lifetime rate lock. Because when the worst day of your life happens, you shouldn't face it alone.
Well, I think we've all noticed he calls it the weave or whatever he wants to call it. But yeah, you're going to hear a lot of different things. You're never going to talk about just one subject while you're sitting there.
I tell you what, the president, he's a superhuman. that man can talk about 7 to 10 topics in one sentence, and you got to keep up with him
Yeah.
because if not, you're going to get lost. And he would be talking about the coin. Then he would talk to Charlie about, was it Greenland?
Oh,
then
yeah.
he would talk to his other staff member that's really close to him, Sergio Gore, about some other things. And it's flowing, and it goes back to the coins, and we're all part of the conversation. I mean, we're there for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
And the time like that was going quick. And I was present there when the president presented Charlie with the key to the White House coin, which is a beautiful.
Oh, were you?
Oh, yeah. He gives it to him, and he pretty much tells him, because of you, I won the election.
Yeah, he had a big hand in that.
Yeah, Charlie had a huge, foothold on trying to get him elected, and I saw the relationship between him and Charlie. It was almost like a father and son. It was very special for me to even just be sitting there and seeing this in person. And I mean, it's a story that if I make it to be a grandfather, I'm definitely going to tell my grandkids. I mean,
yes.
Who think about it, to be there, to make the coin, and to now at that table, that's when the president deemed that coin his official presidential coin, and it, look at us now.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
So when you go to make the deal, and you can't get into all the details, but
Right.
that had to be interesting sitting there you're negotiating
I am.
with the master.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, he's written books on it,
Oh yeah.
and he's smoked pretty much anybody that's going to get in there and try and do business with them.
Oh yeah.
But I think one of the things he usually, whether you're a supporter or you're not a supporter, I don't care. Most of the deals he sets, it's going to benefit both parties.
Of course.
So I'm sure when he looked at this, he wanted to make sure it benefited you as well.
Yeah. This is without giving away too much of the inside baseball. He has the coin in his hand. He deems it his official presidential coin. Then he literally just looked into my eyes and said, "Make me a deal," just like that. And oh man,
Well, you just like sweating just like right now.
Oh, I was sweating since the beginning.
That would've just
But
poured
for
out.
him to be looking at me and then tell him in front of all his staff and Charlie, "Make me a deal." And these were my exact words. I go, "Sir, whatever you think it's worth it, you let me know." His face changed, and I thought I made him mad. He leans back. He looks at me. He's all, "Whatever I want." I said, "Yes, Mr. President, whatever I want. It is an honor to be at your home, and it is an honor to be meeting you in person." You're going to laugh at this. He looks at me in a weird look. He slaps my left shoulder, hits it, and he goes, and he looks at all his people there, and he goes, "Whatever I want." And everybody's laughing at the table. And I said, "You're right, Mr. President, whatever you want." He's all, and this is where he's a great person. He goes, No, Ray, let's make some money on this. Let's make some money on this. Give me a price. So I give him a price. He looks at me, reaches his hand out, shakes my hand. He says, "Deal." And that was that. We started talking about some other things, and he was getting to the point where he was probably had another meeting.
Yeah, busy
And-
guy.
Of course. And so there's etiquette there. You don't sit down at the table before he sits down, and you don't stand up before him. So I learned that pretty quick when no one was sitting at the beginning of the meeting at the table outside. No one sat down. When he sat down, everybody else sat down. And same thing when he was getting up from the table. He was like, "Well, okay, this is great." He gets up, then everybody gets up. He's getting ready to go. And I pulled the trigger and I said, "Mr. President, it would be an honor to take a picture with you. Are you okay with that?" And sure enough, he said, yeah. He says, "Give your phone to one of my staff." We take the picture that I have is the one where I took right after we made that deal. And it's quite an experience. And that was the first time meeting him and then actually going through the whole process.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
That is pretty cool. And you made it out of respect for him to start.
Of course.
You didn't make it because he requested.
No.
I think we all see what he's doing for the country so
course.
far. So
Yeah, and that coin was made before we knew he was going to win the 47th.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was made way before that. I guess I had that that feeling that he's going to win it, and I don't mind putting it on metal. And obviously, if he didn't win it, well, we're going to have a bunch of medals with 47, and it wasn't for him. But luckily for us, he was elected.
I couldn't have imagined him losing that election, but then again,
Stranger things have happened. Yeah.
you know, when I look at that now, I mean, you get politics a little bit. I hated to see him lose 20, but in a way, I think in the long run, it was better for the country.
It was a blessing.
I really think it was. So I'm sure I have my opinions on the election and what happened in 20, but in the long run, I think it turned out better.
Yeah.
So that's
Better for everyone.
yeah, I think so. I think so. But you had to, so you could just see his energy.
Oh yeah, if the energy or the aura around him, the energy that he gives off is it's unless you live it yourself or you're in the presence of it, it's hard to explain. I mean, it just people gravitate to them, and it is crazy.
And he's not a young guy.
He's not, and that's one thing I noticed. The man now in his 80s, but when we met, he was late 70s. He's a big man. I'm not a big guy.
Yeah.
But when he shook my hand, he had some bear claw hands, and he's a tall, big gentleman.
He's like 6'3" or something.
Yeah,
6'4",
he's a big guy. So when I see him walking up to me, and then I'm like, oh wow, he's taller in person. Yeah, and for a guy almost in his 80s, I mean, yeah,
That's impressive.
It is. It definitely is.
So now you're making these coins.
Yep.
Are you at liberty to talk about how many you've sent out in production? Roughly.
Not really.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
not really.
That's
Due to the
fine.
fact it's his exclusive presidential coin, and there's just some little
And he
things.
has to hand them out.
Yes.
It's not like people can't go on your website and buy these.
No, they're not exclusive to the public. They're exclusive to the president. Yeah, so I've been inundated through my
I bet.
website. I want to buy it. I want to buy it, and it's like, I'm sorry, these are exclusive to the president. We put them together. We ship them straight to the White House, and those are his.
That's his choice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, do you have some that you make for presidential coin type that you make that you do sell?
We do. Yeah, we actually do have some commemorative coins.
Right.
Like the Butler, Pennsylvania version, or I don't think I have it here. I might have it with me.
Yeah.
But we also have his jail booking photo one.
The mugshot.
Yeah, we have the mugshot one.
The most famous mugshot ever.
Yeah, and we also have some inauguration coins with him.
Sure.
So we do have those kind of coins for people that can't obviously access the presidential coin.
Right.
So we have something of an offshoot so people can actually continue to
So
support.
they could go by there and
Exactly.
order those. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's now, and I see some up here. I mean, you got your coin.
I do.
What else? You've got some of the services.
Yep.
right?
So obviously I'm a veteran, and I'm a big supporter of our military branches. So these are our Army, Coast Guard. We have our Marine coin, Navy, Air Force, and our Space Force coin. Those are all available on the website also, and they're beautiful pieces, and they're great gifts for whatever the occasion.
What do you got here?
This is one of our latest products that the Los Angeles County Sheriff's hired us to do. It's a bottle opener.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bottle opener, and the number and logo represents that substation, and obviously the LA County Sheriff's badge. And on the back, it has a patrol vehicle with it looks like an Altadena substation.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I mean, I've branched out the company from just making regular coins to now different kind of shapes, sizes, you name it. When the client asks for it, we try to do all the efforts to accommodate them.
And now we'll talk a little bit about here what you've got going with this big one.
Oh, yeah.
This plate.
Oh yeah,
This is, it's not going to do justice in the pictures,
of course.
But tell me about this.
Yeah, so there's beauty right here. That's the 250th anniversary coin that we did. They have, obviously, it's a commemorative piece to celebrate America's 250th anniversary, and it's something that will be available to the public soon. And it's quite a piece. It's heavy, and
All of these are heavy.
yeah, and that's when you can always tell the quality of a coin. If you get a coin that's very light and just really dingy, they're using cheap stuff. But we use the best metals out there, and when you get our coins, you can feel the quality and the craftsmanship of our products.
Okay. Yeah. It's obvious when you hold one.
Oh yeah.
Now, are there places where people do you ever do trade shows or anything like that where people might see these and be able to touch them?
Oh yeah, definitely. We try to participate in four big conferences.
Yeah.
The CCPOA, which is the Correctional Peace Officers Association annual conference. We're always there.
Is that the one in Vegas?
Yeah, they flip-flop. It's either Reno or Vegas. And then
Okay.
this year, 2026, they're doing it in Vegas.
Okay.
We're always there. They're a big supporter of my company, so we show them a lot of love and go there and show our products. Sure. And also the CATO conference, the California Association of Tactical Officers. Okay. Pretty much all the SWAT teams in California go to this conference. You'll see our products there. Also, it's called the Hostage Negotiators Association Conference. It's all the hostage negotiators in California.
Okay.
That conference was the very first conference I've ever done when I started the company.
Okay.
And they gave me a shot, and I've been with them ever since. And the president, Justino Flores, is a great person, retired LAPD. And so, I mean, we have a great relationship. So you'll see us there. And one of the newest probably shows that we're going to try to jump onto, it's either you would be familiar with it, would be the SHOT Show in January.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get involved in that, but I mean, there's a long waiting list. And so it's very difficult. And if we can't get into the SHOT Show in 2026, we sure will try to get involved into Cowboy Christmas in Vegas in December 2026 to really showcase our product.
I think Cowboy Christmas would be a very good spot for you.
Yeah.
That it's amazing what's going on over there right now.
It is impressive. And my first Cowboy Christmas was about 2 years ago. Went to Vegas for a trip, just to,
you didn't even know what was going on?
No. And a couple of buddies were like, hey, let's go check out Cowboy Christmas. I'm like, oh, what is this about? And my jaw hit the ground. Yeah. It was impressive. And obviously I was like my second or third year with the company. I told myself this would be a great event for me, but my times just haven't been meeting up, and trying to get in a booth there is very challenging.
Yes.
That's a long waiting list. So hopefully we'll be able to participate in one of those, but for sure, those other ones that I mentioned earlier, we'll be there, and you'll be able to actually feel the products and check them out in person.
Well, I hope you get into Cowboy Christmas, because that way the general public will see it more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And what's there. But I know they have multiple areas that South Point or downtown. Yeah. So there's different, because in my regular day-to-day job, we have a booth over there.
Oh, at Cowboy Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
At NFR in general, we're a pretty good size sponsor for it.
Oh yeah, no, right on.
Yeah, it's I've been fortunate to not have to work it. I don't really want to, but I've been over there for it, and it is quite the event.
Oh yeah. Well, then definitely off the air, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
You can school me on that.
It's pretty amazing. So now, I'm going to touch into something. This is obvious. Oh, let's do this first. How could people get a hold of you?
Of course,
about
there's multiple ways of reaching our company. We're on all the social media platforms, from Instagram, Facebook, you name it. Our main point of contact is our website at Martinez-MartinezLLC.com, and you can send us a message there, and then we'll get in contact. Or they can reach us at our company line at 661-304-9589. And if we don't answer, just leave us a voicemail. We always get back to our clients as soon as possible.
And you go all over the nation. You're not just a California thing.
Oh, no.
People want you in Boston. You're going to take care of them.
Oh, of course. We've done coins for clients all over the place. I've even done coins for soldiers that are deployed. They send me emails. Hey, I'm in Afghanistan, I'm in Iraq. We want a deployment coin. and we do it, and we ship them for free overseas to yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so we're trying to be all over the place, and so yeah, definitely. There's no place that we cannot serve the public.
But Martinez, you can make sure you get that part.
Oh yeah,
in there.
definitely. It's Martinez dash. You got to put the dash.
Yeah.
So it's Martinez Martinez LLC.com.
But in your Facebook, Instagram,
Oh yeah,
all the different ones
We're
so
all,
they can
we're
find
on,
you.
We're on all of them, and trust me, you type in Martinez, you're going to see some coins pop up, and that's going to be us.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. I looked up your website a couple times. I've just been impressed with everything I've seen on
Yeah,
there.
we have all our products there. Every time we come out with something new or a client allows us to post their coin, we put it on the website just to showcase the work that we do.
Sure. Obviously, the name of our podcast is Every Citizen Armed. In that, do you work with any of the firearms companies yet?
You know what? That's a new venture I want to jump into.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't found a connection yet, but I would love to provide our products and services to any sort of firearms company.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably not Glock, I guess, since they're trying to outlaw them here in California as it is.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's our state.
Yeah.
Our glorious, glorious state.
Yeah, California is very special. I don't understand some of the stuff that they pass, but yeah, I mean, who knows?
Yeah. It's when I look at it, it's we want everybody armed. We want them armed responsibly.
Of course.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean with the firearm. We've had jiu-jitsu guys on here. We've had non-lethal, all different things. But being armed with knowledge as well. So that's all.
Yeah.
It's all about part of it.
Of course.
But you were on the streets.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
done that. I mean, so is it okay if we talk about that just a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Vaguely.
Yeah,
We'll be vague.
yeah, of course.
One of our things that when we do talk to law enforcement, we always want to talk to them about when they're coming across armed citizens, legally armed citizens. What do you recommend? So you traffic stop.
Sure.
Help folks understand best way to handle these.
Yeah, of course. So the best way, especially if you're a lawful carrying person, first things first, turn off your car. Inside the car, as the driver or passenger, the engine and the muffler and everything, and the outside environment, it's not loud to you, but the officer approaching your vehicle compounds the noise from the traffic, your engine, the car running, everything. So first things first, turn off your car. Then roll down the windows, especially if you have a dark tent.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how nervous I would get approaching a vehicle and their windows are dark and I can't see in. So roll down your windows. Next, keep your hands on the steering wheel until you're told to take your hands off. Those three things will bring the level down on that officer and make him feel more comfortable. And so when you ask for license, registration, proof of insurance, even before you provide him those things, you can tell him, the officer, sir, I have a CCW. It's on my right hip, and I want you to know before I go reaching anywhere. If you provide that information to the officer, it'll definitely make the traffic stop a lot better,
Yeah.
a lot safer.
Yeah. No, that's it. I hear that a lot of folks. They're like, well, I'm always concerned about this or concerned about that. I'm not a big fan of the tinted windows.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. My back windows are tinted as could be. I hate seeing the front windows tinted.
Oh, yeah.
And I get why people do it, but I always think about the law enforcement walking up to that window.
Of course.
And people don't think to roll them down. I rolled down all four of mine.
Yeah.
I haven't been pulled over in a long time, but luckily. So
I know. Let's not get started today.
last one I got was actually from a camera. So
Okay.
don't roll through, turn right on those when you're in a hurry.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was a mistake. Because I said, no, I stopped, and then they sent me the video.
You're like, oh.
I guess I didn't stop.
It felt like I stopped.
Felt like I stopped. I knew I was running late. So yeah, no, I rolled down all four.
Oh, yeah.
Just for that reason.
Of course.
It was that realistically, I haven't been stopped in a long time. So, are you comfortable with the general public carrying firearms?
Of course. If you're a law-abiding citizen, you're doing the right thing, and you're in the right mental capacity to be able to carry a firearm, of course. Because statistically, the more people that carry firearms, the less crime happens. The less of the opportunity of you becoming a victim. And we've seen that all over the news. someone that wasn't carrying a firearm and they get assaulted or they're being robbed or whatever. And you think about it, if that person was armed, things could have changed the situation a lot. So yes, I am a very pro supporter of someone to be able to carry their firearm.
Yeah, and it's one of the things, we were talking with one of the instructors a while back, and I can't remember exactly who it was Ronnie Jeffries or somebody else, but it was, when you are carrying, you always hear, well, we're worried about people they're going to take that gun away from you. That could happen anywhere. But what I've found is that a lot of people that carry, myself included, I don't put myself in situations where I would have to use it. It makes you think a little more that way too.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to go there where I'm not going to walk down that dark alley just because I have a gun.
Exactly.
I'm actually going to avoid those areas because I have a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it actually makes you a more alert person. When you have that firearm on you, you tend to pay attention a little bit more. Your guard's a little bit more up. Mm-hmm. And so when you're at that level, you tend to avoid all kinds of problems or situations that will get you into a problem.
Sure.
And it's out there. Everybody knows about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I always like to ask any guest that comes on about that, especially in law enforcement,
of course,
because there's a lot of misconceptions there. That's. But with that, I think that covers a lot of our stuff. What do you want people to know about what you're doing that we didn't cover?
I want people to know that I'm your local challenge coin company here in our community. I'm a veteran. I'm a law enforcement officer. I serve my community in law enforcement. I serve my country in the military. And now I want my company to serve you in whatever you need for commemorative items.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think that would be a great tool. A lot of companies, I would imagine, could do this. What I don't see is any fire department.
Oh, we have those.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, we do.
And I know the firemen are just guys that wanted to be cops and became firemen, right? Isn't that how that goes? So
and then every cop always wanted to be the fireman.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, they're always the heroes.
Oh yeah.
I had a really cool picture the other day. My brother-in-law's Fresno City fire.
Okay.
And he was working on a big fire, and my daughter was driving through Fresno. Hey, there's a big fire up here. So I texted him, hey, you on that fire? He sent me a picture of him and his buddy standing in front of the engine with the fire right behind him. I'm like, that's a cool picture right there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to find a way to print that and put it in a frame for him.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Because it was just a quick shot, but yeah, just so cool. But yeah, I didn't see any fire department.
Oh, yeah, we definitely have fire department coins, and if anybody wants to see them, we have them on our website.
Do you? Good.
Oh, yeah.
Good. I think
we support all first responders.
I think Kern County Fire and Bakersfield City Fire need to step up and get some things rolling.
Oh, yeah.
Each station should have their own.
Of course, we'll take care of them.
Yeah.
Too easy. We can take care of the president. We can take care of our firemen.
I would think so.
Yeah.
So speaking of the president, when you first met him, obviously he's bigger than you expect. He's a big, tall guy. His demeanor when you met him, was he what you expected though? Not
at first. I figured he'd be more reserved, just like you see him on the news. But away from the cameras, he's just like one of the boys. Hey, how you doing? Very, very, very open, very, very comfortable, and so which put me at ease. And so you just felt like you were like hanging out with one of the boys playing poker. I mean, it was interesting.
I think that's part of the charm that gets missed, and probably why he's good at what he does.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to make people at ease.
Of course.
I always wonder what the other foreign dignitaries think when they meet him.
Yeah, who knows?
Some of them are pretty buttoned up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's buttoned up, but like you said, behind the cameras, we're all different.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think he knows how to read the room.
Sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's a businessman and he's not a billionaire.
Right.
Yeah. Just because he knows how to read the room and he knows how to tailor who he is with his audience. So, yeah.
Well, very good. Well, we'll put some links in the show notes. Martinez. Get in there and take a look at these, and we'll put some more pictures of these up. But this is impressive stuff, buddy.
Awesome.
Well, thank you much. We appreciate you coming. Oh, hey, I gave you a couple gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take a look.
Definitely. Look at this beauty right here. I mean, you cannot go wrong with that. And then, as a matter of fact, hopefully the wife is not watching, but We're also
Well, hopefully you'll give it to her before this airs.
We're also going to take care of her, and I can't thank you enough for that.
No, absolutely. Well, she has to live with you. We got to take care of her,
Of
right?
course. Hey, happy wife, happy life, right?
Well, yeah. It's. I've been fortunate enough to be married 35 years. I learned that.
Oh yeah.
So that's. Well, I heard she was a little under the weather, so I think we'll send a gift home to her, make her hopefully help her feel a little
Oh,
better.
yeah, no, definitely. I do appreciate that.
No, absolutely. And then and she lets you come and hang out with us. For
Of course,
for a while.
she let me come and play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, well, very cool. Thank you much, bud. Appreciate
All right.
your time
Thank you.
today.
Thank you so much.